When developing a game or any sort of app, one of the primary concerns during development is, are we achieving what we wanted? For example, is this game fun enough, or is this app providing value? Game and app development, however, is a process that can take months or years. Our end goal, using Agile and other methodologies, is to produce multiple prototypes to be playtested. Playtesting, as its name suggests, is the process of trying out a test version of the game that is in development. The main aspect of playtesting is to ensure that you're achieving your game's goals, whichever those may be. Take this survey from Valve, a leading game development company. These are some sample questions that narrow down the target audience that they want to bring to their studio to playtest, asking things like previous gaming experiences and preferred genre. They then select a group of people to bring to their studio to test their games. While players are testing their games, developers take good notes, and the testers take surveys afterwards to put their opinions in writing. This evaluation process is central to a game's success. However, it could take months to develop a playable prototype, all of which can be very costly and fail. So how can we start making a prototype that can be playtested quickly? The answer is to use board games, or a paper prototype. This provides us with a relatively cheap way of testing a game. It is also easy to change and think about design decisions when the high-level technical development issues aren't there. So how would we make a paper prototype of a modern video game? Say we have a game where we have to ride a train to travel from point A to an undiscovered point C, going through a familiar point B. To do this, we can use a 6-sided die. We then assign weight units to our travel points. To go from point A to point B, we have to roll a total of 10 on our die. From B to C, we have to roll 20. We can even add special rules where if we roll 6, we'll move 10 units instead of 6. This is where paper prototyping can be useful. After rolling the dice several times trying to get from A to B, where nothing is new and interesting, we realize getting to a place we've been before can be a tedious process, and maybe we should have no travel time to points we've already been to. This is a common practice in modern games. From point B to C, we realize this can take a lot of dice rolls, so we either ensure the journey is worth the effort, with interesting rewards, visually pleasing traveling, or shorten the journey if that's not rewarding, or both. Paper prototyping in this example has accomplished its goal and allowed us to slow down gameplay so we can focus on the design aspect, including collecting specific numbers associated with gameplay without being slowed down by art assets or programming. All we needed was a 6-sided die. It was fast and inexpensive. Of course, paper prototyping has its limitations. If we're trying to design a game that requires fast reflexes, narrowing down on paper can be difficult because it is hard to place some mechanics in the board game world, especially flicking or high reflex situations like fast movement or shooting. This also provides no feedback on the visual artistic aspects of games, like art and user interface, which in some games can be extremely important. Although if our game is not fun on paper, it might be relying on its art too much, and there is some value to knowing this. Although there are some limitations to using board games to prototype, the advantages are many, and very little is wasted by trying it out before engaging in a long development process.